Well, he's run two good thirds in the higher class, and now he's running in this age group in the lower class. I think he's got a good chance over here.
But this time the company is very, very competitive. Horses are running in this race who has got a very, very decent form. I have a fair chance.
Yes, but this week she's definitely going to run a very good race. She's very fresh, and I give her a very decent chance. She must be there.
Gr.II is a horse which is not in form, running after a long time. Well, I hope he runs a good race.
0 to 25. We have a look at the first runner coming up, Rorito, with number 4 coming up is Elite Agent, 6 Altamont, and number 7 Max Mueller. These are the 4 runners we have a look at, but let's start off with Rorito. No form to go by both the occasions. 11th behind Dawn Rising, and 9th out of 12 runners behind Sandcastles when Tungster Crosshouse Band rated at 21. Number 4 in the card is Elite Agent. This is the horse which ran 7th on this outing after that third behind By the Book. Never showed that form in the subsequent 2 outings. Is Elite Agents putting Crosshouse Band rated at 17. We have a look at Altamont. Altamont pretty consistent in his first 2 outings and subsequently ran 6th behind Sandcastles rated at 14 spun blinkers. Max Mueller disappointingly ran 11th after that twice, 5th rated at 11, putting tongue strapped is Max Mueller. And 2 will be Altair. This is the horse which ran 5th. Phoenix Surprise was the winner, was 4th for most part of the journey, and Konichiwa was just ahead of Altair. Phoenix Surprise was the winner, and these 2 horses ran 5th. In fact, is Altair after that 4th behind Sandcastles rated at 20, one blinkers, Tungster Crosshouse Band, and Basket Bed, and number 5 in the card, that's Konichiwa, ran ending up 2nd. In fact, 5 3/4 lengths behind Phoenix Surprise was Konichiwa, rated at 16, swinging tongue strapped is number 5, Konichiwa. Cinco de Mayo, who ran 3rd. Able One is the winner, and Cinco de Mayo, both the occasions, ran 3rd as Cinco de Mayo. Well, 2nd at this stage, and ultimately in the dying moments of the race, lost out to Mystical Markaba, who came and finished on 2nd on the outing, and Cinco de Mayo ran ending up 3rd in the last dying moments of the race, rated at 20 when Tungster Crosshouse Band. 8 will be Jai Vikram. Jai Vikram was another runner who's pretty consistent in both the occasions. This is the last winter runner looking at. Both the runs ran 5th. Mr. behind Mr. Humble. I know that 7 furlong trip ran 5th behind Memorable Time is Jai Vikram. Air supported of Siachin. Beautifully bred horse, rated at 4, spawning blinkers.
Yeah, Wish Again is running for the first time this summer. He's working good in the mornings, and hopefully he runs a good race over here.
Phoebe, as you know very well, is a very temperamental filly. She got withdrawn. This time also she ran, but she was slowly off. She took a fly jump. Everything, she wins her first test is in the gate. If everything goes well in the gate, she should run a decent race.
Is 1100 meters. We have a look at Sea Eagle. Well, this is the horse which won very impressively on the on this occasion. Is Sea Eagle waiting to launch an assault and came and zipped past the front runner and emerged victorious. Was Sea Eagle to win by a margin of 2.5 lengths. Is Sea Eagle. Phoenix Star at a Tropical Blue won by a comfortable margin, beating Asagiri, rated at 30. It's one tongue strap. 2 will be Twilight Fame. Twilight Fame ran 8. Fondness of You is the winner, and Twilight Fame ended up finishing on 8th. Was withdrawn in race number 109, where Brilliant Star was the winner. But this is race number 61 you're looking at, where Twilight Fame ran 8th out of 9 runners, doing the running and then faded back to end up finishing on 8th. Fondness of You is the winner, one tongue strap, rated at 37. 3 will be The Welcome. The Welcome ran 8th. Commanding Knight is the winner, and The Welcome was the one who was given a couple of backhanders. Dropping back gradually was The Welcome, and finished on 8th out of 8 runners. Last in Commanding Knight's win is The Welcome, having run 8th, be an amazing attraction on the previous occasions. For Blinkers Basket Bet, rated at 30 is number 3, The Welcome. Commanding Knight emerging victorious to win by 2 lengths. Well, 4 will be Wish Again. Wish Again was the one who ran 2nd. Mr. Humble was the winner. This is the winter run you're looking at of Wish Again. Was withdrawn on the first occasion in winter in Sacred Creators win, and subsequently ran a blinder of a race to finish on 2nd. Mr. Humble was the winner, winning it by a margin of a long neck, and Wish Again did run a mighty race to run 2nd. This is the winter run you're looking at of Wish Again. And 5 will be Phoebe. Phoebe ran 7th. Rival was the winner, and Phoebe was the one. Race number 104 ran 7th out of 10 runners in this current run, where Phoebe is sort of ace supported of African Sky, ended up in that back bunch over that sprint trip, rated at 27 from blinkers, tongue strap, hood, and cross nose band is number 5, Phoebe. Number 6 will be Superhero. Ran 8th. Brilliant Star was the winner, and Superhero was the one who was in that back bunch in the silks of grey with yellow sleeves, grey cap is Superhero. Ran ending up 8th. No form to go by at all in either his first outing in Enabling's win or in the finishing 10th in Impiana in this occasion. Ran 8th out of 10 runners. Brilliant Star was the winner, rated at 20 cents from tongue strap as number 6, Superhero. Tail of Champion out of Ice Stone is number 6, Superhero. 7 will be Elizabeth Regina, who is coming from in fact, is Elizabeth Regina, ran 6th. In fact, in Miss Aliu's win is Elizabeth Regina, was withdrawn in race number 93, where Longlees was the winner. But this is the run in OT where Elizabeth Regina ran 6th. No form in his previous outing as well, rated at 26 for tongue struck, cross nose band, and side cheek piece. 8 will be First Royalist. Tail of Champion out of Tikka Masala is First Royalist. That's the next runner coming up for scrutiny. Well, yet another runner which is gracing the wrong end of the field was First Royalist, and ended up finishing on 12th out of 12 runners, last in Twilight's fame, literally splotting out of there, having run 10th being activated, 10th being Sacred Creator, and 12th out of 12 runners behind Twilight Fame. This is the winter run you're looking at of First Royalist, rated at 21s from blinkers, tongue strap, and basket bit is number 8, First Royalist. We move on to the third race, which is the Betway's Mama's Mink Plate.
Mars Goal runs on Sunday. He's running a 6 furlong. We put the blinkers on him. In our opinion, he was not focusing much all these days with the blinkers. He seems to have improved. There are a couple of horses in that race. I Want It All and another horse which I can't remember, but I think he should be there.
She's worked very well. I think with little bit of luck, I should be there.
Queen of Creve is a very well-bred filly. She's running for the first time, although she's had a mock race in June, and she's progressed well after the mock race. She's a light-framed filly, so we have to race her very sparingly, and hopefully she's ready enough and she's mature enough to put up a good show on her first start.
Yep. Well, number 1 will be I Want It All. Is it a Cougar Mountain and of Ajavi? There's I Want It All, who ran ending up second on this outing is I Want It All, having run 9th behind Jamari in this occasion. Ran ending up finishing on 2nd out of 10 runners behind rival. Second right throughout was I Want It All, when tongue stop rated at 29. And we move on to number 3, that's Made in Heaven. Made in Heaven ran 12th. Last, in fact, is Made in Heaven. Is that of King Duck out of Vanity Fair is Made in Heaven, having run 2nd in OTB and Helen of Troy, and in this occasion 12th out of 12 runners. Fast Pace was the winner. This is race number 12 you're looking at. Early part of this season, when tongue strap rated at 33 is number 3, Made in Heaven. Although Elpenor came and flew in the last part, but Fast Pace just managed to win by a head. 4 will be Mars Girl, and number 9, Crosswater. That's the next 2 runners we have a look at. Mars Goel was the one who ran 3rd. Night Defensor was the winner on this occasion, 2nd at the stage, and ended up eventually finishing on 3rd out of 8 runners, having run 4th behind Mazeltov. In race number 40 is Mars Goel. Phoenix Star out of Lady in Lace. Yet another beautifully bred horse is Mars Goel, and ended up in the money on all 3 occasions in winter as well as here in summer, having run twice, and both the times in the money, rated at 30s from blinkers, tongue struck. Crosswater having run 2nd behind Synthesis and 4th behind Night Defensor, knocking at the doors from tongue struck, cross nose, basket bit rate 29. And we have a look at number 5, that's Stunning Art. Stunning Art was the one who ran 8th on 8 out of 11 runners in race number 159 in Hyderabad, and subsequently was withdrawn, was observed to be trotting lame on right foot due to shoulder sprain, and was withdrawn in race number 208 in Hyderabad is Stunning Heart. And the next one is Chilly Lady. Chilly Lady ran 4th. Rainbow Dreamer was the winner on this outing, and Chilly Lady was the one who was 2nd at the stage, and ultimately what ended up finishing on 4th is Chilly Lady. In the dying moments of the race. What's the script out of Chili Girl is a Chili Lady. Race number 116, finished 4th out of 8 runners. Rainbow Dreamer was the winner in race number 116. And number 10 will be Diamond Hooves. Diamond Hooves was the one who finished 6th out of 7 runners. 6th right throughout was Diamond Hooves and finished on there, having run 12th on the first turning being Elpenor, but on this occasion ran 6th out of 7 runners. This is race number 164 of the winter run you're looking at of Diamond Hooves. Devo was the winner. Number 11 will be Isabel. Isabel ran 4th. Prana was the winner, and Isabel was the one who finished on, ending up 4th is Isabel. Came and ended up in the money, finishing on 4th, having run 5th behind the Spirit of the Rose on the first occasion. Aki Championate of Iris over that Scurry trip, and over the sprint trip ran 4th out of 11 runners, putting Tungsta cross nose band.
Well, Vinmala was a winner last start and running in the same class and with the age group, and she's got a good chance to win over here.
Yeah, well, Clever Runs is now running in a higher class. I think he's got to beat number 2, Win My Love. And I have no idea about this Lord Frankel. Definitely he should be there in the fighting line.
She's a very moody horse, you know. You can't. She's very unreliable. You can't depend on her. You know, the day she has it in her, she gallops. When she doesn't give it, if not. So she's running. I just hope she runs well.
Rated 40 to 65, 5 years old and over. Distance runners 1400 meters. 2 will be Win My Love with Douglas being withdrawn. Measure of Time is number 8 in the card. Also coming up for scrutiny, ran 7th. Win My Love was the winner and ended up winning by a margin of 1 1/4 lengths. Was Win My Love waiting to launch an assault. Came alongside the front runner and won this race, beating Golden Time by a margin of 1 1/4 length, rated at 64 sprint blinkers, whereas the Measure of Time ran 7th, having won his last startings from tongue stop rate 47. 3 will be Lord Frankel. Lord Frankel was the one who finished 7th as Lord Frankel. Mark Fiat of Naralina is Lord Frankel. Well, in last winter ran 10th out of 10 runners in Santorino, and in this occasion here at Bangalore, race number 108, finished 7th out of 8 runners, led the field and backed off to finish 7th. Prince Abir was the winner, rated at 63, is number 3, Lord Frankel. And 4 will be Smithsonian. Smithsonian ran 10th is Smithsonian. Both those occasions having finished off the frame is Smithsonian. Planetariat of Perito Moreno is Smithsonian, having finished 8th being Artemis Ignitia and 10th out of 10 runners in English Bay. Putting blinkers, Tungsta cross nose band, rated at 60 is number 4, Smithsonian. 5 will be Mystic Eye. Mystic Eye ran 7. Tripitaka was the winner, and Mystic Eye was the one who was being produced in the center of the track and ended up eventually finishing on 7th. Was starting to make his run and was chopped off a run at the crucial part of time and ran, ending up 7th. Ultimately is Mystic Eye. Tripitaka was the winner, rated at 51 spawn blinkers, and tongue strap is number 5, Mystic Eye. No form to go by this season is Mystic Eye. 6 will be Clever Hans. Clever Hans was the eventual winner in this race. Was Clever Hans. Up there in front is Clever Hans and travelled for 3rd or 4th for most part of the journey, took out the running and emerged victorious to win by 3/4 of a length is Clever Hans. Beating Top Dancer is Clever Hans. 3/4 length separating the first 2 runners, rated at 50s from blinkers, Tungsta cross nose band. Having finished 3rd being Aquamatic on the previous occasion is Clever Hans. 7 will be Musterian, the eventual winner under testing condition. Musterian won on this occasion, having finished 7th in Classic Charm on the first occasion. But this run, Musterian literally pulverized the opposition, and you can sum up the story of 7 lengths, the verdict, and how ease at which Musterian won on this occasion.
Mile was too sharp for him. He's at a rating where there are no suitable races for him. The target was the Ledger, success to beat.
Distance is not really a problem for success. She's won most of her races over longer distances, like she's won me the Derby, she's won me the Monsoon Derby also over 2000 meters. She's won the Oaks. She's run a very close race in the Stayers Cup, which was over 3000 meters. So running a 2800 meters is really not going to be her problem. She's a very consistent filly. She's a filly with a very big heart. I'm happy with the progress that she's made, you know, after coming back into work, you know, after her winter campaign. And Well, she should run a great race tomorrow.
Rolled and over. One will be Pissarro, who ran 6. Moon's Blessing was the winner of this race over that mile trip. Race number 92 is the one which is in question, and Pissarro was in that last position and ended up finishing on 6th out of 6 runners. Moon's Blessing emerged to win by a margin of 1.5 length in race number 92, having finished second in Hyderabad behind Theon. 9.5 lengths behind Theon in race number 90, and in this occasion ran 6, rated at 96 on tongue strap and side cheek pace. And 2 will be Silverius. Silverius ran 5th on this outing. Is Silverius given a couple of backhanders and ended up eventually finishing on 5th over the 3,000 meter trip in the Stayers Cup. Is Silverius, where my opinion came and notched up that last possible stride victory, and Success was the one who came and flew in the last part to finish on a fine second on that outing. In fact, fine third in the Stayers Cup behind my opinion. Splendido, well, this horse is been consistent, in fact, running over varied distances. Ran 3rd over that mile trip behind Christoffel, 2nd behind Mighty Zoe over that 9 furlong trip, and over the 2,000 meter trip ran 4th behind Champions Way. Is Splendido. Win legend out of Ice Points from Blinkers Tongue Strap, rated at 58, is number 3, Splendido. And number 4 will be La Reina. La Reina was the one who ran 9th over that mile trip behind the Northern Lights. Hard to digest, in fact, over that mile trip and running such a poor race, having finished last, in fact, on that occasion, is La Reina. Planetary out of Fire Miss, having finished 5th in Mumbai behind Juliet, is La Reina. In this occasion, 9th out of 9 runners, rated at 95, is number 4, La Reina. Well, Success is the one we have a look at, who ran 3rd. King's Ransom was the winner of this race. Travelled in the center of the track. There you can see at the top of your screen under the web. And King's Ransom had already wrapped up that race in the final 200 meters to win by a margin of 6 lengths, having finished 3rd behind Northern Lights over that mile trip. And in this occasion, 3rd behind King's Ransom over 2,200 meter trip is Success. Havana Gold out of Columella is number 5, Success, when tongue stop rated at 100.
Yeah, Southern Force has been consistent. He's been racing well this season. He's won a race last season also. He's a consistent horse, but the only drawback is that I'm carrying 61, and I still think that he will carry the weight this time. I think he'll go well.
Yeah. After the winter, he's lost a little bit of form, and he's at a slight setback. Now everything is fine. Let's hope he runs a decent race.
Last time without it, I won easy this race, and even now also he got a good chance. He's running in the same distance. Hopefully I win this race.
Old and over, rated 22.45. Distance run is 1,400 meters. We have a look at number 1, Southern Force. Southern Force was the one who was making his run towards the rail side and finished on ending up 3rd behind Prince Abir. Is Southern Force, having run twice 4th behind Mighty Zoe and Archway. In this occasion, 3rd out of 8 runners. Oh, that 7 furlong trip is in Southern Force when tongue strap crossnose band, rated at 43. 2 will be Agera. Agera ran 6th. Aquamatic was the winner of this race, and Agera was the one on both occasions ran 6th. 6th being Alsada Synergy, and in this occasion, 6th out of 10 runners. Aquamatic was the winner of this race, and been driven out, in fact, as Aquamatic to register a fine win, whereas Aguera was in that pack bunch, finishing on 6, rated at 40. Number 3 will be Seoul, and number 7, Born King, are the next 2 runners. Seoul was the one who finished on 5th. Always Happy was the winner of this race, well in that mid-pack, and Born King ended up finishing on 8th. Right behind was Born King. But let's have a look at the first runner, Seoul. This horse ran 2nd behind Alsada Synergy, with 4th behind Macron over the sprint trip, and then over the same trip ran 5th behind Always Happy. Now that he's running that extra 200 meters, we'll have to wait and watch how good he can perform. Whereas number 7, Born King, this horse hasn't shown any form at all, having run 9th behind Measure of Time, 8th behind Always Happy, when Tungster Crossnose when Basket Betway 29. And the Perfect Choice was the winner of this race. Perfect Choice was the winner, beating Klimt by a margin of 3/4 of length, having run 9th behind Pavarotti on the first occasion. And this is over that 7 furlong trip. Ended up winning this race is Perfect Choice. Chinese Whisper of Choice House is the Perfect Choice for Blinkers Tongue Strap, rated at 36. 5 will be Peridot. fourth on this occasion, where Musterian came in one, and Peridot was the one is out of Sanis Parakum and Alexander Wright ran third behind the perfect choice, and in this occasion, fourth out of 7 runners behind Musterian. As I said earlier, under testing conditions, and was pouring, in fact, the visibility was poor on that occasion, winning this race by a margin of 7 lengths was Musterian, whereas Peridot ran into the money, finishing on 4th out of 7 runners is number 5, Peridot, finishing on 4th. Upon Blinkers Hood rated at 35. 6 will be Riveting. Well, Riveting was the one who did not complete the course. In fact, there you can see rearing up in drawn number 1, and then never took off at all was Riveting. Western Ascot Celestial Ways from Tungsten Cross was band rated at 38. Will be Contador. Contador ran 4th. Gruvin was the winner, and Contador was the one who's a win legend out of Clear Cut. Ran 4th out of 8 runners in race number 95. Pretty consistent, barring one occasion in race number 91 last winter. Never showed any form in that one outing. But the previous 2 occasions in the money, in fact, is Contador. In this occasion,
This play is also working very well. She's running with some very good youngsters. But nevertheless, she has a very good chance, and I expect her to do some good finish.
Played distance run is 1100 meters. One will be Ricardo, the eventual winner in this race. Ricardo won by a comfortable margin. In fact, is Ricardo beating Red Falcon, who came in far too late, almost from that 6th position. Red Falcon flew and came and ended up finishing on 2 3/4 lengths behind the winner, Ricardo, who won on this occasion, rated at 42 spin Tungsten Crossnose Band. 2 will be Spirit of the Rose, and number 6 also coming up is Sheer Bliss. But let's have a look at Spirit of the Rose. This horse was 4th and then ended up finishing on 3rd. Ultimately, was a fancied runner where Aldgate was the winner, and Spirit of the Rose ran 3rd. Winner beating Immortal Beauty on the first occasion is Spirit of the Rose, rated at 41 spun tongue strap, whereas number 6 Sheer Bliss ran 7th out of 7 runners, last rated at 32 spawning blinkers. Top class out of Sheer Elation is number 6. Number 3 will be Clifford. This is the horse with the eventual winner in this race is Clifford, having won by a margin of half a length, although Leatherback was right on the haunches, was charging in to come and end up finishing on 2nd, but Clifford just managed to win by half a length, and previously ran 3rd behind Vivaldo in race number 6 over that sprint trip, and in this occasion over the Scurry trip ended up winning this race, beating Leatherback, rated at 39 spun tongue strap. And 4 will be A Display. A Display traveled the wide and finished on 7th. Clever Hans was the winner of this race. Well, this horse, having run twice 3rd, and in this occasion over that 7 furlong trip, put in a poor performance by running 7th out of 8 runners is A Display, where Clever Hans was the winner, and A Display ran 7th out of 8 runners, just beat 1 home, spun tongue stop, rated at 37. The Advisor comes in next. The eventual winner in this race is the Advisor. This is last summer, in fact, where the Advisor ran 2nd behind Divine's Blessing, and subsequently winner beating Habanero in race number 131 is the Advisor. Win legend out of Oren, and over that sprint trip, running after a long layup from Tungsten Crosshomes basketball at 37. And the King and I is the next runner. Perfect stride out of Silken Dancer is the King and I in the silks of dark blue with light green, white and light green V. Finished on 7th out of 12 runners. Led the field for most part of the journey and dropped back gradually to end up finishing on 7th. Twilight Tornado got the nod in the last possible stride, later at 32, spotting Crossnose Band. And 8 will be Flamingo Road. That's the last runner for the day, and Flamingo Road ran 5th. Macron was the winner, is out of top class, out of Elusive Legend. Finished on 5th in race number 46. Led the field for most part of the journey, dropped back gradually, and finished on 5th over the sprint trip. Macron the winner, rated at 30s from Tungsten Crossnose Band in race number 46. So that's when the pre of today's races. We'll join you next week. Until then, thank you from all of us.